Hello everyone again. This video will be about physics in Albion Online. So if you are not interested in small facts that can help you in PvP or PvE, you can skip this video. This video is also available on Russian, so Russian speaking people could just watch this video without reading subtitles. You can click on annotation or check the link below. Вы можете нажать на аннотацию или посмотреть ссылку в описании. So as we know, in Albion Online camera is placed not fully above players, but slightly tilted so you can see more of what is happening on the north. That fact plus the fact the game's engine has no concept of height creates a problematic situations. We will look at the one situation in Blender Soft, and then I will show examples of these situations in the game. In the soft I created a situation with a height difference, where a circle is a target and two rectangles are abilities with which player should hit the target. As an example of ability we can use Sword's fourth W ability. As you can see now, first rectangle which is closer to us is aimed at the target, but second is slightly off the target. But if we change camera like the game thinks it is, when the camera is above players, situation changes, and now second rectangle is on the target, but first not. That's what I meant when I said game has no concept of heights. Because the game is calculating everything as if camera is above players. This is why game has no location where there is a second floor. Even in the Hall of Fame, every floor is a separate location. So let's try this situation in the game. As you can see, my cursor is pointing in one direction, but ability is on the other direction. But if abilities consist of several elements or of one that flies, cursor division is not so noticeable. I think you had situation when mob is on high ground and you are on low ground, and you are not in its aiming area, but you still get hit. If ability has a circle aiming, its deviation is noticeable better. Here is an example where X hits one animal but doesn't hit the other one. Of course, this effect you can also see when you are in lower ground and you are aiming at the high ground. Most of the tanks' abilities have a circle aiming, so it's hard for them to aim. Also, when you are on low ground, you see less than if you are on high ground. That's why people prefer to attack from a high ground. So, small adding to the end of the video. Of course, because of the fact that the game is calculating everything from the top, it thinks that there is no heights. But game developers added some crutches to the code. I think engine doesn't care about the circumstances from where the ability is used. It connects two points to each other, if it is ability consisting of one element or circular aiming. First point is where ability is used from, and the second is where cursor pointed. Here you can see that my cursor points on the circle, but the only thing that matters to the game is where cursor lands. This will be exactly the second point. Of course, again, game calculates everything from the top. Because of that, it thinks that everything is in 2D version. And then the line obtained by connecting two points is limited by radius of the ability and projects relative to the place where the player stood. This time with coordinates of the heights.